Controversially, Fine Gael proposes to reverse decades of language policy by making Irish optional for the Leaving Cert. In this Irish class in St Mary's in Galway City, views are mixed about whether students should have to study Irish.
I don't think it should be compulsory, but people should want to speak Irish. We're getting a lot of English influence, and I think we should stick for our country and what the people died for years ago. I think that Irish is a brilliant language, and English is good too, but it's boring.
It helps you stick to your roots, and you can pass it on to your children, and I use it at home and out with the lads sometimes.
In the school that I'm in, they all love Irish, they love it with a passion, but if you go to Dublin or you go to anywhere else, they hate it, they'd love to drop it.
This policy could be the death of the Irish language. At the end of the day, our education system revolves around the Leaving Cert and the points system. And if Irish is not a required subject, then we think that that the students will not take the subject.
The other main parties promise to keep the language compulsory until the end of secondary school. Fine Gael has drawn fire from language enthusiasts, including students who demonstrated in Dublin on Monday, but it's sticking to its position.
It could be a good thing, because I don't see much point in wasting resources, valuable resources, in trying to teach Irish to people who don't really want to learn it. I am concerned that the Fine Gael policy, which was announced over 5 years ago, that there hasn't been much thought put into it. I have sought some policy documents from them, and there isn't really any policy documents available that would give you to suggest that any thought really went into this with regard to the implications.
Now maybe with the Fine Gael proposal, forbidden fruit might be tastier, and we might see, because it's not compulsory, more people going towards it. But I do believe we have to look on Irish as a living language.
Last Wednesday, election candidates were quizzed on the issue at a public meeting at a Connemara hotel. Successive speakers condemned the policy. Even Fine Gael's Sean Kine criticised a recent radio interview in which Enda Kenny explained his plan.
Ní intiam misha leis a méide táráte ag Enda Kenny Jaloon. Tá dímaram faoi a méide táráte aige. Ní rá sé can slumsa, ní rá sé can do bála Fine Gael ceanta cosaraga, agus tá an go an díma ar na daoine sin faoi méide táráte ag Enda Kenny.
The meeting was mainly attended by women from Gaeltachta around the country, many of whom cater for Irish language students to make seasonal income.
I feel very strongly that it will devalue the status of the language of our country. And really, we have Patrick Pearse that tells us Tír gan tanga, Tír gan anam. Agus mother will anam, if we haven't our language, what are we left?
It would die out, and economically and otherwise we would lose a great deal.
It would do a lot of damage really for all the Colach Saura. A lot of us rely on that as our income during the summer.